What if AI could give you recruiting superpowers? Imagine taking the average recruiter and turning them into a superhuman talent magnet. What if you could review 500 candidates while others struggle with 50? And what if you could see the perfect match in seconds? This reminds me of the movie Limitless with Bradley Cooper. The way that he's enhanced with the NZT pill is the way I feel when I use certain AI tools. The movie Limitless shows Bradley Cooper as a struggling writer who discovers a pill that unlocks his brain's full cognitive potential. Suddenly he sees patterns that other people miss, and he makes connections at impossible speeds, and he achieves things in a day which would take others months, typically years. But here's what most people forget about the movie. The pill wasn't magic. It was just unlocking what was already possible. And that's exactly what's happening with AI. This is Manus AI, the autonomous agent that's changing recruitment forever, and a bunch of other industries forever too. It's the first truly autonomous AI that requires zero technical skills. Let me acknowledge that right now they're undergoing a ton of maintenance to improve capacity. It's also free, which is insane. So many people, or free for now, actually. So many people are trying to get access that they've had to temporarily limit new users. Also, new users only get 3 credits. And what that made me feel like when I saw it was, it's like a genie granting 3 wishes, and the art is really in the prompt. So I can get into that in a bit. Yesterday, it told me that I had to wait until today for another credit because I used all 3. And then today it told me something a little bit different. It said that I'm now going to have to wait to the 4th. And when I checked this morning, it said to the 6th. So that suggests that it's increasing capacity and moving you up in the wait line to get more tasks. But this won't stop us from exploring what's possible and getting ready for when access does open up for you and new tasks get released. I want to show you what happened when I put Manus to the test. In just an hour or so, while I went for coffee, thought of other awesome use cases, and took notes, Manus did what would take a recruiting team days, maybe even a week. It scanned hundreds of profiles for me across multiple platforms. It analyzed each candidate's background, skills, and experience. It created a detailed strengths and weakness profile, and it even drafted personalized messages for outreach. Now think about what you could do with those days back on your calendar. The reason I have such a passion for using tech to solve our business problems is because it frees up our time so we can work more in our gifts and talents and be the better human in the loop when it's meaningful to do so. For me, it makes much more sense to do that. I am more excited, I'm more engaged with people, and I don't have the lingering stress of all the mundane stuff that I have to do and the important research and the administrative tasks, but it is boring to think about and kind of daunting to anticipate. Manus just isn't another chatbot agent or GPT. It's a complete system powered by Anthropic's Claude 3.5, which is the most advanced AI model understanding human intention. Manus has 29 specialized tools that handle everything from research to data analytics, and that includes web research to data analytics. It has browser automation that would navigate the web just like any human would, but it's literally browsing at speeds that are superhuman. And unlike some tools that promise the world and they deliver little, they're generally underwhelming, Manus actually delivers. I've seen it firsthand. I'm getting ready to show you. Although it has expanded capacity, it's still limited. And what I mean by that is you can put more in the prompt, but it still has a limit to it. It's like going to Upwork or Fiverr and hiring a whole entire team to deliver everything. The code, the website, the email marketing, the branding, but all you did was enter a prompt. Manus is definitely like a genie with the 3 wishes. And if you used one of your wishes and said, I have a product that's kind of like an Apple product and I really love Apple's website, go clone that for me and create me a whole business model, write all my SOPs, do all of my things, and deliver me a live website completely SEO optimized, it will absolutely do that and deliver that. So let me just break down how I used it. I went ahead and I entered my prompt. Again, we'll get into this later. I kept it within the context that I thought it could handle because I wanted to see what it would do. And then I sent it out to execute this task. It did all these amazing things. You can see the Manus computer, working here, doing the thing, checking off its list as it completes tasks. And so I thought that was really fun to look at because when I looked at it after an hour last night, there was I still have 3 things left to do. And then it'll organize things for you in file folders and execute all these dynamic tasks, and it has the capabilities that are just like unmatched. So let me break down exactly how this transforms recruiting. What's the most time consuming part of recruiting? It's research. So I personally spend 70% of my time doing research. A lot of recruiters do the same thing because I'd rather spend the time on the front end figuring out how to find somebody really good and then engaging the right people. You're going to spend the time either way. I'd rather spend it doing research and making meaningful connections. So Manus can scan hundreds of profiles across platforms simultaneously. It doesn't just research, it analyzes, evaluates, and it ranks. So think about transforming weeks of work into hours. But here's where our limitless analogy gets interesting. In the movie, people who took NZT without understanding it, they just died. They dropped dead. They let the pill take over completely, losing their humanity and their health in the process. Many recruiters make the same mistake with AI today. They either fear it completely or they just trust it blindly. The truth is neither approach works. Bradley Cooper's character discovered the pill worked best when it enhanced his natural abilities, not replaced them. And that's the key to using Manus or any other AI successfully. The real magic happens when you combine your human intuition, empathy, relationship skills with Manus's AI, data processing, process recognition, and speed. Think of it as having a brilliant research assistant who works 24/7, never sleeps, never complains, and you still make all of the decisions. You still build the relationships, but now you're operating at a superhuman capacity. Even experienced recruiters can miss hidden potential. I've been in talent acquisition for over 20 years in the management consulting space. I've built and scaled global teams. I've interviewed over 10,000 people, and I've hired over 2,000 people in my career. Our brains simply can't process enough data to see every pattern, and Manus AI analyzes success patterns across thousands of careers. It can identify candidates with traits that predict high performance outcomes in specific roles. It spots retention risks before they become problems. Let me share with you a few use cases. Even experienced recruiters can miss hidden potential. Our brains simply can't process enough data to see every pattern, and Manus AI analyzes success patterns across thousands of careers. It can identify candidates with traits that predict high performance in specific roles. It spots retention risks before they become a problem. In Limitless, Bradley Cooper had internalized the benefits, making the transformation permanent because he created a way to have infinite access to NZT. Now, I'm not suggesting that we merge with tech in a physical way and make it permanent, but AI is permanently on the scene and I don't see it going away. So my advice would be to embrace it and control it on your terms. You develop new recruiting superpowers that become a part of your skill set. Your instincts sharpen, your pattern recognition improves, and you become fundamentally a better recruiter, even when you're not using the AI tool. As you know, Manus isn't widely available yet. In the movie, NZT was incredibly scarce. Only a few had access, and right now Manus is equally limited. There are people who started to pay $20,000 just for the access code when it came out a couple weeks ago, and it was like on the black market, access codes for Manus. And that's how valuable this technology is. A lot of people are recognizing that. And as I mentioned earlier, they're currently undergoing maintenance to expand capacity, so just hang tight. And that means when they reopen that there will be a flood of new users trying to get in. But as someone watching this video right now, you have the rare opportunity to get prepared before it happens. If you're feeling what I felt when I first discovered Manus, a mix of excitement and overwhelmed, I get it. I totally get it. I almost feel like it's too much in a lot of ways. It is too much. But that's why I created a step-by-step pathway for you. Here's exactly what to do next. Just go ahead and click on the link below to join April AI Updates newsletters, and I'll deliver that directly to your inbox. I won't spam you. You'll immediately receive my beginner-friendly guide to setting up your first Manus workflow. Plus, you'll get priority access to my upcoming workshop, The Limitless Recruiter. And I promise, if you write an email, you can absolutely use Manus AI or any other AI. I've designed my resources specifically for recruiters and anyone in a hiring capacity, and this can actually translate to any business use case who feel intimidated by technology. There's no jargon, there's no complexity. I just help you get results. That's all. In Limitless, taking the pill was a pivotal choice that changed everything. And today you face a similar choice with AI. Option 1 is to continue on the traditional path of manual research, generic outreach, mediocre results. And then option 2 is to embrace the future of talent acquisition and just, again, business in general. Superhuman efficiency, better talent matches, unprecedented results. The technology exists. And while access is limited right now during maintenance, The opportunity to get prepared ahead of time is for everyone. So the choice is yours. The technology exists while access is limited right now. During maintenance, you have the opportunity to get prepared ahead of everyone. Just go ahead and browse Manus's use case gallery, which you have access to once you hit the wait list. You can scroll through, get some ideas. Think about how you can possibly use this in your business, how you can craft meaningful prompts that will allow you to optimize and maximize your 3 genie wishes from Mantis. The choice is yours of whether you decide to embrace this or ignore it.